Let's be real for a second. Los Angeles might seem like the dream destination, but what if I told you it's probably not worth your time? Yep, the City of Angels might just be one big, overhyped trap for tourists. Stay with me because this might save you from a lot of disappointment. When you think of Los Angeles, what comes to mind? Probably Hollywood, beaches, and maybe bumping into a celebrity, right? Well, that's the version of LA we see in movies and Instagram posts. But the reality, it's often crowded, overpriced, and let's just say, far from glamorous. In this video, I'm breaking down why you might want to skip visiting LA and look at better options instead. Let's dive in. Here's the thing about Los Angeles. It's been marketed to us like a fantasy land. Movies make it look like every street is bursting with excitement, luxury, and sunshine. But when you actually get there, it's a completely different story. For starters, the attractions are way more crowded than you'd expect. Take the Hollywood Walk of Fame, for example. It's basically a regular street with some stars on the ground, surrounded by tons of tourists and street vendors trying to sell you overpriced souvenirs. And Santa Monica? Sure, it looks beautiful in photos, but what those pictures don't show are the packed parking lots, long lines, and the fact that it can feel more like a shopping mall than a beach. The city isn't bad, it's just that the reality doesn't always live up to the hype. Let's talk money. Los Angeles is expensive, like crazy expensive. Accommodations? Be prepared to spend a fortune if you want to stay anywhere decent. Parking fees? You'll probably pay more to park your car than to actually get into some attractions. And don't even get me started on food. Sure, LA has great restaurants, but eating out regularly can drain your wallet fast. The worst part? A lot of people leave feeling like they didn't really get their money's worth. When you add up the flights, hotels, and food, the cost just doesn't match the experience you're expecting. Ah, the infamous LA traffic. If you've heard the jokes, they're not jokes. They're warnings. The traffic is always bad. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. You'll spend more time sitting in your car than actually exploring the city. And once you finally get to those must-see spots, be prepared for shoulder-to-shoulder crowds. Whether it's Venice Beach or Griffith Observatory, it's hard to fully enjoy these places when you're constantly dodging people or waiting in long lines. If you're not a fan of chaos, LA might not be the place for you. Let's talk about something a little less glamorous: the homelessness crisis in Los Angeles. It's a reality that catches a lot of tourists off guard. In many parts of the city, you'll see tent cities and people struggling to get by. Now, this isn't about judging the city. It's a complex issue that many large cities face. But it's worth knowing that the polished image of LA doesn't always match what you'll see on the streets. For some, it can feel unsettling, especially if you were expecting nothing but luxury and picture-perfect views. All right, so if you're skipping LA, where should you go instead? California has so many hidden gems that offer better value and experiences. San Diego, for example, is more laid back, has incredible beaches and way less traffic. Or how about Santa Barbara? It's got that coastal charm without the crowds. And if you're into nature, places like Yosemite or Big Sur are absolutely breathtaking. You'll get more out of your trip without the stress of navigating a massive city like LA. So, is LA the worst city in the world? Of course not. But it's definitely not the paradise that Hollywood makes it out to be. If you're planning a trip and want to make the most of your time and money, there are so many other places in California and beyond that can give you a much better experience. Remember, traveling is about creating memories, not just ticking off tourist traps. So think twice before putting LA on your bucket list. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you been to Los Angeles? What was your experience like? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.